Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for my client Lewis's vlog, and we started the week off with a closed grip bench press max. So we ran into a little bit of a problem this week, and again it's one of those things where you always have to remind your clients as a coach that they have to tell you these things, because I had a problem to where again it messed up the training a little bit, so you'll see no max effort lower. He strained his back outside of the gym on Saturday and didn't tell me until Monday. And I could have given him some prehab movement, some other stuff, and we could have got him back in the game quicker. But he's like, well, I thought it would just be okay. And he was worried he was injured. But it was a case of he started running a little while back. He took up running regularly, and he just now entered into a calorie deficit, which means you're going to be a little more subject to strains and pulls, overuse, and something people forget that coaches have to remind people that when you go from bulking to cutting, things like your recovery from some of your activities goes down. And he had done a bunch of moving of furniture around his house, and then he went running, and he felt something strain a little bit in his low back, and it was a little crampy and hurting throughout the week. Really just soft tissue inflammation, probably from an improper gait and being fatigued, because he had finished his training week. He moved a bunch of furniture, and then he went running. So these things happen. But we have him back to where nothing hurts, everything feels good, within a few days. So he continued his training, but he skipped his max effort lower. Whereas had it been up to me as a coach, assessing that he probably didn't injure anything running. It was probably just soft tissue, again, possibly an improper gait while running combined with just general fatigue. By the way, notice his triceps are getting bigger. He's gone from being a really skinny kid to, you can see some tricep going on there. Just making a note on those press downs. But I would have had him come in and just train lighter. I would have had him start doing band work for his low back, banded good mornings immediately the same day. Get blood flow to the area and come in and train lighter and not skip anything. Again, assessing that there was most likely no tissue damage. And again, you can let pain dictate those things. All right, Lewis, I want to see you stretch on those dumbbell rows. What are we doing? Are we short stroking the bottom? Lengthen positions, the reason we do rows, particularly with a dumbbell. So, again, seeing it in the footage, so I'm going to bring it up. Of course, he'll watch all these. But his workout is pretty simple right now. The volume is slightly reduced because he's been in a calorie deficit. He wants to get a little leaner, and then we'll go back to bulking again. Also lose the fluff. And we're going to rotate this in phases, keeping in mind he has been bulking for the entirety of this vlog series. He's been bulking for months. He's gotten a little softer than he's comfortable with. So we're going to take a little bit of that down, and then he's going to go back and probably bulk again another 4, 5, 6 months. I have to continue to get bigger. Sorry, sipping my coffee while I do this. This is first thing in the morning for me. But we do bench pressing, we do rows, right? We do some tricep work, and we do curls. Letting him do curls. And younger guy, he cares about arms and delts. It's fine. I do curls. Right? Like a lot of my advanced lifters do curls. And the main reason, that's something that's worth noting. I don't think curls do that much for novices if they're getting enough back pulling in. Right? I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it handles it pretty well. As you get more advanced, it's probably not a bad idea to do some bicep work if you, number one, care about biceps. If you're weak at certain points on the bench press, not a bad idea. I give a lot of my advanced lifters free time. So what do you mean, what's free time? It's an approach Dave Tate uses, which means they want to come in and do some light pump work for whatever at the end of each workout. I can tell them, do whatever you want for 10 minutes. Because, ultimately, if you have a muscle that you really care about, like that, and you want it to grow, and I've given you structured programming, As long as you keep everything light and pumped in supersets, you're not going to do much damage to your recovery in 10 minutes. Right? Unless you start doing weird stuff like preacher curls that just destroy your tendons. Right? Unless you're doing things like that, they're not going to do much damage. They'll get some metabolic stress to whatever they want to bring up, and then we're done. Of course, then he finished up his week with dynamic effort lower, box squats, speed boxes, glute bridges, right? Split squats, hanging leg raises, and we called it a week. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.